Okay, sorry about that. That other video got interrupted. So I'll just call this how to conduct effective job interviews part number 2. I was on the outcome-based interviews. So outcome-based interviews are based on the assumption that past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior, right? So these are behavioral-based interviews. So let me give a few examples. Say you're trying to assess if somebody does have problem-solving skills. So you would ask a question like, tell me about a time when you had to solve a complex problem in a work situation. So this is where the person will tell you about what problem they faced in the past, what they did to solve that problem, and how effective was the solution or the action to solve that particular problem. And then say you want to assess decision-making skills. You can say, tell me about a time when you took an unpopular decision, or something along the lines of, tell me about a difficult decision that you had to take and how you went about taking that decision. And then if you want to assess leadership skills, for example, you would ask a question like, tell me about a time when you displayed excellent leadership qualities in a work scenario and what you learned from that. And then you'd allow the person to tell you when they acted as a leader and what role they assumed in that whole situation. So these competencies that I just mentioned examples of, like the leadership, problem solving. So these are competencies that you would have identified during the success or job profiling stage, So that is why it is important to understand that all these stages in the recruitment process, they are linked, and yes, they are linked, and each and every one of them is critical, okay? All right. And then in closing, so it is important to make sure that your recruitment process, as it is, your interview process, even your recruitment process actually, and your interview process, it is fair, it is unbiased, because it is an assessment tool that will impact the organization, and that will impact the individual as well. And then if you can, let's say it's an internal applicant, be sure that you can give constructive feedback. You can even, let's say it's an internal application, you can also be able to develop development plans from the interview. Say where the candidate fell short, maybe they fell short in displaying problem solving skills, for example, decision making skills, leadership skills, then you would have development programs in place to assist them to grow, and then to grow into those competencies, to be able to do those competencies, and then should the need or the opportunity arise in future, they are better equipped to be able to take that position. So thank you and goodbye.